Hey everyone, it's Brian here. Thank you so much for joining me and I hope you're having an amazing day. So remember when Harry and Meghan left the UK media and the royal family promised people that they were going to fail, that everything that the Sussexes were going to partake in was going to be a huge failure. And they even came up with these cartoonish characters to portray the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, showing Prince Harry working at McDonald's, or was it Burger King, something like that. They just wanted to portray the Sussexes as though they would fail and nothing would work out for them. But then guess what? 6 years down the line, that has been the complete opposite because Harry and Meghan are doing so well. They have become global superstars, and also their humanitarian work has actually been so good that so many countries want to see the Duke and Duchess of Sussex visiting their countries, and it's just been beautiful to watch because it goes against everything that the UK media and the royal family wished upon the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And well, how many countries have Harry and Meghan gone to? So many, right? And now they will be heading to Australia in April of this year. And of course, the UK media have thrown their tantrums. They have cried about how dare the Sussexes go there when they aren't working royals. But then one thing that they are still trying to force onto their readers or their audience is that people don't like the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. But that is obviously not the truth. And even for this Australian trip, the UK media have tried to say how Australia is not going to welcome Prince Harry and Meghan. But how could they possibly know? And well, Australians have even come forward to just show that they truly support Prince Harry and Meghan visiting their country. So first, it started by this article that was written by the Daily Mail, and the headline was, Meghan and Harry are no longer assured a warm welcome in Australia. Sussexes will need thick skins for trip down under. Royal experts say amid fears, visit could be a lightning rod for Republicans. So that is exactly the narrative that the UK media have been spreading, saying that the Sussexes aren't going to be welcome in Australia because that is what they want to happen. That is not what is going to happen because I know Australia loves the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And well, the events that followed this, together with the comments that even followed this article, just showed me that it is the complete opposite. People actually adore the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So first, let me start with what happened with the Invictus Games, because just yesterday it was announced that Invictus Games Australia was actually bidding to host Prince Harry's Invictus Games in 2031. So according to Invictus Games, they were like, Invictus Australia has announced its intention to submit a bid to bring the Invictus Games back to Australia in 2021. And another page stated, the Invictus Games Sydney 2018 saw the nation come together in support of wounded, injured and serving Australian Defence Force members, veterans and their families. This announcement reflects both the legacy of those games and the relevance of their return. At a critical time for Australia's veteran community, it is both fitting and necessary that the Invictus Games return to Australian soil. So Invictus Australia literally put their bid to host Prince Harry's Invictus Games in 2031. So this actually tells me that they are glad to be meeting Prince Harry this April because he's going to be meeting veterans in Australia. And also they can't wait to have the games being held in Australia once again because they were held in 2018 in Sydney. So they hope that they get to host the games again in 2031. And that is just a reflection of the good work Harry has actually done, and Australia really appreciates all of that and they do not take it for granted, and they obviously know that Prince Harry and Meghan's visit to Australia is for a very meaningful cause, not like how the UK media is trying to portray this entire visit. So good luck Australia in hosting the Invictus Games in 2031. I hope you get the chance to host the games again because Invictus Games 2018 was actually magnificent. And then following the Daily Mail's article, there were obviously some comments that followed it. For example, someone even said, Like it or not, Her Royal Highness Princess Meghan of Sussex and Prince Harry are the darlings of Australian people. Yeah, that is what I've actually seen for the past few days on social media. People of Australia coming in to defend Prince Harry and Meghan and just shutting down whatever the UK press have to say concerning them and this visit. And then someone else even said, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are known all over the world for their humanity, compassion, and modesty. They are shining lights in a world full of darkness, promoting humanitarian causes and giving hope to so many. Australians love them, as do the entire world. Yeah, people all around the globe actually adore Prince Harry and Meghan. I remember there was some survey actually showing countries that love Prince Harry and Meghan, or where Harry and Meghan are very popular. And there were so many countries represented. And then someone else said, actually, most Aussies prefer Harry and Meghan, who work hard and don't sponge public money, to the freeloading Waltz duo. Yeah, I actually believe that because Prince Harry and Meghan obviously now are private citizens and they don't use taxpayer money for whatever activities that they engage in. But the other members of that family are obviously just freeloaders, and they use taxpayer money for whatever things that they engage in. And I don't think Australians appreciate that. Neither does anyone who actually sees their taxpayer money being spent by this family to do God knows what. So obviously people respect Harry and Meghan more because they know they are genuine and they're not there to feed off their taxpayer money or just spend it however way that they want to. And honestly, I believe if you compare the popularity of Harry and Meghan outside of the UK, in these other countries that are still being represented by the king, I believe Harry and Meghan will actually come at the top because people respect them. People see the work that they are doing, yet they aren't using any taxpayer money to do all of that work. So there's obviously so much respect for Prince Harry and Meghan. And yeah, there's even one other person who commented on this, and she's called Zandi on X. Zandi is from Australia, and this is what she said, that people calling on Australians to be hostile to Harry and Meghan really are deluded. Ordinary Australians can't stand William and Charles. They represent an oppressive system that mistreated their ancestors. Everyone I've spoken to is eagerly awaiting Harry and Meghan's visit. So that is actually someone from Australia saying that people there are eagerly awaiting Prince Harry and Meghan's visit to Australia. So I choose to believe people who are actually there, people who are in Australia, over the UK media, who are writing their publications from probably a closed room, not knowing the reality of what people in Australia actually think. So I believe people there are really waiting to see Prince Harry and Meghan, and April could not arrive sooner. And then for the people who are actually calling for Australians to be hostile towards Harry and Meghan, what kind of deluded people are those? Like, this is so unhinged and so dangerous. Why would you even advocate for people to be hostile towards a couple who have done nothing wrong? Because to be honest, Harry and Meghan haven't done anything wrong to Australians or anyone else, even these haters. They're just mad because the Sussexes are getting global recognition. They're doing amazing work, and the world gets to see whom Harry and Meghan are and the amazing work that they are doing. So people advocating for that are obviously just jealous, and maybe they wish that it was someone like maybe Prince William and Kate, who are as loved and adored as Harry and Meghan are. So as I wind up, I believe you all can see that whatever the UK media is spreading around isn't the reality of things. People in Australia adore Prince Harry and Meghan. They see their work and they want to see more and more of Prince Harry. For example, for the Invictus Games, they still want to host the games, and even people there say that they love them and they want to see them. This narrative from the UK media about this trip not going to be successful is just wishful thinking. That is what the UK media want to happen. But the reality is it's going to be very much successful. I believe they're going to get a warm reception in Australia and everything is going to go on smoothly. And some people are going to have sleepless nights over this, just as they have all of these years. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think about this. And for those who haven't subscribed, kindly remember to do so, and I'll see you on the next episode. Goodbye.